There is a huge potential to find value in garbage cans, and it doesn't cost much. Canadian businesses and institutions generate more than 19 million tons of solid waste every year, and almost 80% of that is disposed in landfills or incinerated. That's 50 million tons of potentially untapped value.
Large companies are demanding sustainable partners. These companies have waste reduction commitments, and to achieve them, they prioritize working with partners aligned with their policies and goals of waste reduction practices. Small and medium businesses can improve their reputation. Loyal workers and neighborhoods will be proud of these small and medium companies that contribute to a cleaner environment and recycling practices, which generate 10 times more jobs than disposal.
SMEs can become the champions of waste reduction and set standards for other companies to follow within their supply chains.
I come from Lima, a city where 9,000 tons of garbage is generated daily, but only 4% is recycled. There isn't a sense of responsibility to reduce and manage the waste from any institutions, companies, or even from the government.
The waste that we've been dumping in landfills, really for most of recorded history, is a sleeping giant when it comes to climate change. I think we see the smoke coming out of the smokestacks when we burn fossil fuels and we think, wow, that's horrible. Well, what we don't see is the methane that's being steadily emitted from landfills as landfill waste decomposes. We don't see what's been going into our groundwater and into our soil. And landfills have not really become less impactful in the same way that energy grids have gotten cleaner and cars have gotten more fuel efficient. So today, landfill waste emissions account for a little over 2% of Canada's overall GHG footprint, but in 10 years, who knows?
Organizational and household waste ends up in the oceans and rivers and eventually in our food supply chains. This not only impacts our health, biodiversity, and other species on the planet, but also is likely to impact our future generations.
I have always compared human activity with nature. In nature, there is no waste. Every waste has a purpose. I think, as a human, we should mimic nature in that sense. Everything that we produced should be reusable somehow.
And SMEs have a great advantage compared to the large ones, as they can more easily adopt, implement and change how they manage waste, not only for the benefit of nature, but also for the financial benefit for themselves.
And for the waste that you cannot reduce or stop, you need to give them a purpose and find companies which will value them and transform them.
I can help SMEs by analyzing their business model and their chain value. I can identify the place or the spot where they can change and communicate their information in an understandable and practical way.
What attracts me to Be for Purpose is a focus on small and medium businesses. I know that the bones of the economy are in small and medium companies, and although they understand sustainability, they have difficulties in applying it.
And that's why I was attracted to Be For Purpose. They understand that for small companies, you can't just hand them a standard CSR policy and say, do this. They understand that for SMEs, every square inch of floor space, every billable hour, and every dollar counts. These businesses operate lean with a very low margin for error. And that's why Be For Purpose's emphasis on profitability and ROI is so important.
I like Be For Purpose because I will have the chance to work with different professionals, backgrounds that will enrich the final products, and it is going to be an opportunity to submit important documents for the SMEs.
Knowledge is power. Be For Purpose is a collaborative, expert-based initiative that will leverage our individual power to contribute to the changes needed to build a sustainable world.
How well is your business sustainable and resilient? If you are a small business owner or manager, we would like to invite you to assess your business performance post-COVID-19. Click on the link below and start the journey of a business for purpose.